Hey, how's everybody doing today? One second, I'm posting on my stream, on my not stream, story. I mean, hello. Loud truck sounds. Hey, I think that I'm buffering. Are you buffering? Is that a thing? I'm a little echoey. Ooh, echoey. How do I fix that? Echoey. Okay, is that better? It's the same. What could be causing that? Is that any better? A little, okay. Sorry if this is loud. All right, how about this? Is this better? All right, okay. So I just need the microphone under me, which is going to be a bit of a pain, but that's okay. We got it. All right, now the question is, can I turn my fan back up? How's that? Can you hear it? Is it loud? Let me see if I can move it a bit. I think that the latency should be about 10 seconds now. What is that? What is in my corner? What is that? Oh, that. Good. that's progress. There is one faster latency, like one that's faster than this, but it says that it increases the likelihood of people having to buffer, and not into that idea, especially since my roommate is streaming right now also. So I figure we'll try the middle of the road and see if that's any better. All right, so I posted on my Instagram story. I guess I could go post on Facebook real quick. I don't know if that actually shared to my story. Oh, it did. Okay. Might have done it twice even. Hello, welcome. Hi, welcome. I guess I can take some of these guys out of their packaging while I wait. Hi, Savannah. How are you doing today? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Just trying to get some decks out ready to go here. Yes, absolutely. New readings, or free readings for new subscribers, I mean. Goodness, this thing has so much wrapping. It takes so long to undo. And I'm always afraid I'm gonna put it in these candles, because I definitely almost did last time. Go over there. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Oh, you fell. Okay. Well, I'll have to fix that later. Oh, man. All right. Everything's set up. At least mostly. Ooh, that's fun. Okay. Hello, DeVogue. Ooh, sorry guys, didn't mean to hit that microphone. I hope that wasn't super loud. How are you doing today, DeVogue? Awesome, thank you so much. I appreciate that. We can definitely get you on the list. Hello, Glamour. How are you doing today? Ooh. Ooh, that's loud. Sorry, guys. I'm doing well, Glamour. I hope that you're doing all right today. You absolutely can be added to the list. New subscribers do get a free reading, and if you don't want to subscribe, that's okay. You can absolutely donate, and we can get you on the list. Oh my goodness. Apparently today is just the day of all the loud trucks. What on earth? All right. Thank you, Glamour. I appreciate it. Hey, I'm running at a little bit of a delay, like a 10-second or so delay. So please bear with me. I promise I'm not ignoring you. Hello, Kelsey. Welcome. Okay. All right, Savannah, what kind of person will you be in 2021? So what I have here, all the loud cars, I'm sorry. What I have here is King of Pentacles, what is this? The Five of Wands, the Page of Cups, and this Oracle card, which says, through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. So let's look at all of it together here. So King of Pentacles, honest, dependable, incredibly hardworking. The Five of Wands is about conflict, standing up for yourself, little rivalries in between people, usually people that are close. So like think sibling rivalry or like friends that kind of bicker back and forth. And then we have the Page of Cups, which is all about being intuitive and loving without thinking about it. Being somebody who, when someone calls you in the middle of the night, you are there no matter what. Being somebody who is always willing to give of yourself. So what does that say altogether? Well, it looks like I have a feeling that you're currently working pretty hard on something in your life. You're working toward a pretty big goal for you. And I see you realizing that goal. I see that your hard work is going to pay off. I see that people are going to recognize you as hardworking and dependable and honest and all of those wonderful traits. I see that you are going to have a little bit of conflict, probably with people that you're closest to. There's going to be a bit of this could be a disagreement of minds. This could be a disagreement of like what you might want to do with your life. There's going to be a little bit of a struggle, but it's not going to be something that is going to ruin any relationships or anything. This is just you learning how to stand up for yourself a little bit more and push back instead of kind of not saying your opinions or kind of being within yourself and just keeping your opinions to yourself. I see you really being able to articulate what you want to other people. I also see you really... Okay, so this is the advice card. This place in the spread for me is always advice. So what I see you needing to do, what I encourage you to do, but maybe something that you don't do intuitively, is reach out, love others without reason. You know, this King of Pentacles over here is a pretty logical guy. He likes things to make sense. He likes things that you know, you've worked hard to get there. He's not so much a person who will dive in and be like, yeah, I'm going to be there. He loves people still, of course, but his love is more like, you don't know how to fish, I'm going to teach you how to fish. Whereas Page of Cups is very, I need to feed you, you're hungry. And so I encourage you to embrace a little bit more of that. Maybe if somebody needs you, don't necessarily try to fix the problem, right? Like, don't try to fix the overarching issue. Just be there for them in that moment. This Oracle card tells me that you need to find yourself a little bit, right? Like, you need to this goes right along here with our page. You need to really be thinking about your inner peace and what you're letting out into the world. If you are able to be happy with yourself and be peaceful in yourself, that is going to radiate out into other people. I hope that is helpful. Hello, friends. Welcome, welcome. You're welcome. I hope that's helpful, Savannah. I hope everybody's having a good day. We have new friends in here, which I love. All right. To Vogue. I think the question is you interested, what was it? Is you interested in some other girl? All right, so is this person interested in someone else is your question. So let me grab this deck for that. Y'all, can you see? Oh, you totally can see how much. I'm going to scooch back a little. You can totally see how much this shakes. Whoa. All right. Let's see if it'll shake as much with me scooted back. It's a little better. Hey, NC, we're going to absolutely get you on the list. If you want to skip the line, you can absolutely do that. I just ask that you make a donation for that. Okay. All right. To Vogue. All right, so we have the Four of Cups, Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Lovers. So, first, let's talk about each of these cards. Let's see how it goes together, and then I'll tell you the answer, or what I'm seeing is the answer. So, first of all, Four of Cups. Four of Cups is all about not being satisfied with what you have or missing out on opportunities because you're too preoccupied with being dissatisfied, more specifically. The Queen of Wands is someone who is, Queen of Wands reversed, Very important, that reversal. Queen of Wands reversed is someone who's very jealous, petty, vengeful. And the Lovers is a pretty self-explanatory card, right? Like, it talks about the Lovers. It also talks about big changes in our lives and partnerships. So altogether, the story that's being painted here is a story of someone being dissatisfied, someone not feeling happy with what they have, not appreciating what's in front of them, not appreciating what's being offered to them. This person is probably pretty petty, a little bit jealous by nature, somebody who can be a bit of a bear, a bit of someone who you don't want to get on the wrong side of. The advice here, the advice card being the Lovers, being to focus on your relationship, focus on making it more solid and better. I don't know if you are the Queen of Wands here, or if you is the Queen of Wands here. I'm not sure if this is you or them, but someone here is being jealous and petty and vengeful. I hope it's not you, but it could be. Not to be aggressive, but you did ask if this person is interested in other people. That this could be you. This could be you being you, as in you. Their initial starts with you, so I realize this might be confusing. This could be you, Devogue, being jealous and not being trusting. But this could also be you, the person, depending on what's going on for your situation here. Looking at it all together, I do get the sense that you is looking elsewhere, that you is interested in another relationship or interested in pursuing something else. I think that if you want to really maintain this and grow this in a healthy way, you have to sit down and have a conversation. You have to sit down and discuss all of this together and really figure out where you want to be in your relationship and in your life. I hope that is helpful for you, Devogue. I'm not even sure that you're still in here, but hopefully you'll come back later and see those timestamps and get your reading. All right. Sweet Kiki, who is up next? Oh, Devogue, you are here. Good. I'm glad. I hope that was helpful. Yes. Thank you, Kiana. As always, the best manager. Glamour is up next. Okay. Glamour, have you already asked your question? Did I miss it? Oh, yes, you did. How will your exam results be? Okay. All right. What deck should we use for this? Let's use the same deck. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So what we have here, Queen of Swords, Eight of Wands, and Ace of Wands in reverse. So, looking at this all together, it looks like your results are going to be pretty good. I think that you're very opinionated, you're very smart, you have a lot of good ideas, and you're going to be able to articulate those ideas to propel yourself forward through this whole thing. I think that you're going to be able to use that. Now, the thing that I do want you to look out for, this advice card here, I want you to be aware that just because we're excited about something, just because we want something to come true, doesn't mean it's really what we need in life. I want you to really take a look at your courses, at where you're going. I want to make sure that this is something that's going to fulfill you and fulfill your dreams and your hopes and your desires. But with that being said, it looks like you're going to do great. Just make sure that you are going for what you want. Make sure that this is something that you are passionate about. But I think you're going to do well. You're smart, you're opinionated, you have a lot of forward moving signs coming at you. You have a lot of trajectory moving forward. I think you're going to do great. I hope that's helpful. I know that's a quick reading, but it's kind of a quick quick question. You're welcome, Glamour. All right, Kelsey. So I'm not sure I'm digging the scent of these tea lights, guys. It smells, okay, you know what it smells exactly like? Do you remember? Are you old enough to remember? I don't know. Lip smackers, the lip gloss that we all had as kids, right? The little lip balm. They had a cherry flavor that smelled exactly like this, like a little bit plastic and a little bit cherry, I guess. I don't know. That's what these candles really smell like. I keep catching a scent and being like, I don't know about that. I don't know if I agree with that scent. Hello, sweet friend. Yeah, well, so since you remember that, NC, you know exactly what my little studio smells like right now. It just reeks of lip smackers. I feel like I'm 8 years old. I hope you're doing well today. Are you too much of a baby, Kiki? All right, that's fine. We can move on. Who is after Kelsey? Oh, you did, Kelsey. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Can you do it again, friend? I'm sorry, I really don't see it. I'm scrolling up. Kelsey, where did you post the question? Is it here in chat? Did you post it somewhere else? Or is it here? I can see what you're saying right now. I can see you typing here, but I don't see any questions from you. I'm sorry. I hate to be difficult. That is really weird. Is it like you're posting it in chat, I assume? No, I don't see it at all. That's so weird. I have the chat pulled up on my computer over here too, and it's not there either. I can see everything else you're saying. How weird. You could go send it to me on Insta if you wanted to. The Instagram's in the link in the description box. I'm sorry. Guys, I appreciate you being patient while we figure this out here. I don't know quite what's going on. How strange. I'm going to take this opportunity to move some decks around though, because I don't love having to reach all the way over there to get to them. So we're just going to relocate while we're waiting on this question. No, Kelsey, I still don't see it. Yeah, it's so weird. I'm sorry, Kelsey. Let's go ahead and move on to someone else. And as soon as we figure this out, I'm happy to do a reading for you. You can try sending it to me on another platform, or maybe try typing it again. Maybe the copying and pasting is not working. No, don't apologize. It's not your fault. You just got to figure it out. All right, Deja, I think you are next. Hello, Harmony. Welcome. I know, it is so weird, Kelsey. We can see you talking just fine. But does your question include anything offensive? I mean, I don't think I have any kind of filter on, but maybe? Is it flagging something in it? Oh, here we go. We're going one at a time. All right, Deja, I'm going to go ahead and do... That did work, Kelsey. I'm going to go ahead and do Deja, and then I'll do yours. That's so weird. Okay. All right, Deja. Woo. Sorry guys, didn't mean to hit the microphone. All right, expedited shipping costs. Kelsey, that's so weird. It's not even a long message. No need to apologize, Kelsey. It is totally fine. Woo! There's one card. Woo. Okay, well, there we are. Let me do one more card. Let's go out of this deck. All right. Knight of Cups in reverse. Two of Swords in reverse. And Queen of Cups upright. With our universe card being I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. So let's look at how all of that moves together and in the frame of reference of expedited shipping costs. All right, so Knight of Cups. This tells me that this is a decision for you that is, first of all, very emotional. Like this is, you don't want to be overcharging people. It's very important to you to keep things accessible. Of course, I don't know what kind of product you have here, but I know that it's important to you to keep things, loud cars, sorry, keep things accessible for everybody around you. But this Knight of Cups in reverse tells me that this is something that doesn't feel natural to you, that doesn't feel intuitive, it doesn't feel gentle or kind. It feels a little abrupt, it feels a little bit difficult, a little greedy even, just a little bit, I don't know. It's a decision that's weighing on you because you're not sure if it's fair. Next is Two of Swords in reverse. So this is needing to make a choice like right now. Like this is this is something that you need to get figured out and get up on your site immediately or, very, very soon. This is something that you can't sit around on this decision forever. You can't sit in between the balance of this forever. You've got to make this choice. Queen of Cups, that's our advice card here. That talks about being intuitive, emotional, honest, being somebody who is comforting and there for people when they need you. So, what does that say altogether? Altogether, I can see that this is a choice that's hard for you. Ultimately, I think that you need to make the choice that is best for you and best for your consumers. When we look next here at this Oracle card, I need you to see this experience, you said jewelry, right? Yeah, this jewelry sale thing, like you selling this as an act of self-love. And that sounds crazy, but you need to know that your work is worth the money that you are charging. You need to know that your time is worth it. If they're asking for expedited shipping, that means that they're asking for extra time for you. They're asking for you to do something for them before you do something for everybody else. And I think that you need to open your eyes to this. You need to look at this from the realm. I know you've been looking at this from the realm of the customers, right? Like, this is something I want to have accessible to them. This is something I want to make available to them. But I need you to look at it a little differently. I need you to look at it through the eyes of you, through the eyes of how much time am I putting into this jewelry? How much time am I putting into buying the materials and making it and packaging it and getting it shipped? And how many other people are on the list that this expedited shipping is going to, they're going to be bumped up, I assume. That's how most expedited shipping works. So Kelsey, I am doing Deja right now. I will get to you in just 1 second. Sorry, I've lost my train of thought. 1 second. I need you to look at this from a different angle. I need you to look at this for you. I need you to look at how you are going to be affected. Now, the reality is expedited shipping is not a requirement. You know, no one has to purchase expedited shipping. And I think that if you're offering a premium service, there are people who will pay a premium price for a premium service. And what that speaks to is your value and your ability to serve what they need right now. So, all in all, first of all, I think that you need to decide what you're worth. And if you are worth $45 expedited shipping, you do it. Absolutely do it. Stop trying to think quite so much about making things accessible to your customers and think about how those things affect you. I hope that's helpful. I hope that that puts that into perspective for you a little bit. Oh, Kelsey, I'm sorry. I responded to you. I didn't even need to. You were having a conversation with Kiki. You're welcome, Deja. I hope that's helpful. Okay. What does the future look like for you and Ash? All right. Let's look at that. You know what? We're breaking out this deck. I don't use this deck enough, and it's one of my favorites. It might be my favorite, if we're being completely honest. I don't think I'm supposed to have favorites, but... Ooh, y'all have an alarm about to go off. Need to stop that. Excuse me, guys. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, NC. I appreciate that. All right. Okay. I'm going to pull one more card here for a little bit more clarity. So guys, just so you know, I post new videos Mondays and Wednesdays. And I do lives Tuesdays and Thursdays. So most days of the week, you can have some of me in your life, if that's something you're interested in. I'd love to see you guys back again. There we go. Okay. All right, Kelsey. Finally, you're reading. What we have here is the Chariot, the Eight of Wands, the Three of Swords, and pig spirit. Okay. So, starting with the Chariot. The Chariot is all about overcoming obstacles and trying to push things in our life into one cohesive direction. It also talks a lot about travel. The Eight of Wands is about fast movement and travel. Noticing a little bit of a theme here. It's about moving toward your goals, moving toward your desires and your passions swiftly, very quickly. This is fast travel. And finally, the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords talks about heartbreak and grief. Now, don't panic too much. I think I can explain that. Finally, Pig Spirit invites us to use our mind wisely. So, what does this mean altogether? Well, I think, first of all, you and Ash have a lot of shared history. You know, we have a lot of togetherness, right? Like a lot of memories, a lot of things going on. And you are trying to move together toward the future, towards something worthwhile and towards something valuable and meaningful, right? And as we're moving along this, you know, there's a lot of things that get in our way. There's a lot of obstacles we have to overcome. There are, I mean, with any relationship, I don't know whether this is romantic or not, doesn't really matter. With any relationships, we have arguments, we have, you know, fighting, we have heartbreak, we have loss, we have all these things that interfere with our normal human interactions, right? Like, being a human is hard, and especially when we're trying to be a human alongside another human, I think that it muddies the water even more, right? Like, it becomes so difficult to navigate life in a way that creates the least amount of hurt and chaos for others. Now, I see that you want big things, right? And you just had a falling out. That makes sense. You want things to be better, right? You want things to be moving forward quickly. Now, you want it done. Like, you want the arguing done. You want the fighting done. You want the work part done. Like, you just want to be at the end of the rainbow, right? Like, you just want to be over there, like, living your best life. And it's so hard to be here right now, but you are here. I'm sorry to tell you, like, you got to be here. I think that this grief card doesn't necessarily mean that it's not, that this relationship isn't going to last. What this grief card means is that we break our own hearts all the time, and we break each other's hearts all the time. And that doesn't have to be a big break. Like, it really doesn't. Like, the reality is, you know, I hurt my own feelings all the time just by, you know, living life, where I'm like, listen, okay, one thing that I do all the time, I honestly think I can fit through spaces that are way smaller than I am. Like, I'm like, yeah, I can fit in between that table and that chair. And I get halfway through and I get stuck and I break my own damn heart. Like, I'm like, oh. And I think that's more the vibe of what we're talking about here. We're talking about these little grief moments, these little heartbreak moments, these little, you know, arguments and all of that. We can move through it. We can. It doesn't mean the end of it. Pig spirit, the reason that I think that is because pig spirit tells us to use our mind wisely, right? He tells us to use our logic, let our logic guide us, and not so much our heart. So, you know, even though this relationship right now is kind of on the rocks, think about it, right? Like, you guys are together for a reason. Your friends or your lovers, whatever it is, you're together for a reason. You love each other. You know, you have this shared history. You have all this past that you're moving towards, that you're moving through. And I want you to use your brain meat, and really think about what this looks like for you, and sit down and have a conversation with Ash and be like, listen, hey, I know, listen, you said something that was pretty shitty. I said something that was pretty shitty, whatever it is. That doesn't mean that this is over. You know, that doesn't mean that we're done. What that means is we're human, and life, you know, we suck. All humans suck, right? But we're going to use our brains, we're going to use our minds and our thoughts to build each other up and move together, move toward the future. I hope that that's helpful for you. I hope that that makes sense to you. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kelsey. Doesn't mean it's forever. It doesn't. And it could be. And, you know, Sometimes that's for the best, but that's what that pig spirit's saying, right? To use your noggin. Is this the right choice? Is this change for the better, or are we broken up because of something stupid? All right. Ooh, good question, NC. I will absolutely answer that for you. Let me get a drink of water. What is this? What is this in my way? Move. Okay. What deck would I like to use for this? I'll go with you. Well, okay. 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 All right, NC. So what we've got here is the Eight of Cups, which is Miss Intuitively Divine's favorite card. Not really, it just haunts her. Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and our Universe card is When I Think I've Surrendered, I Surrender More. So, all right, before we do this reading, let's talk about the fact that you have two fives. Fives are conflict. Fives are arguments and fighting. But all right, we'll start here with the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is all about walking away. It is all about looking at a situation and saying, this isn't serving me. This isn't filling my cups. That doesn't mean I don't love this thing. That doesn't mean I don't appreciate this thing. That doesn't mean this thing didn't bring me joy at one time. But right now, it is weighing me down. It is hurting my heart. It is not serving me as I move toward the future. And I gotta walk away from it. I gotta let it go. Five of Swords talks about the line between wins and losses. And what that means is, we lose some things when we win others, right? Like you might win an argument against a friend, but now that friend doesn't want to hang out with you. You might, buy a tub of ice cream, which is delicious, but also has the approximate calories of a horse. That's a win and a loss, right? Like, so Five of Swords talks about that line, the line that we walk in between wins and losses every day, in between battles and conflicts every day. The Five of Pentacles talks about feeling isolated, feeling alone, feeling heartbroken. No, not heartbroken. I lied. Back up. Feeling isolated, feeling alone, feeling like we are without companionship. It also can be a card of being in poor health. All right. So let's answer your question. I don't know that you're going to like this answer, friend. The answer here is no. He's not. He's not thinking about you the way you're thinking about him. He has other things on his mind. He's doing other things. And that is causing you to feel unwanted, unloved, unseen. And I think here what we need to think of doing, what you need to consider, I'm not telling you what to do, but what I'm seeing in front of me here, I would at least consider putting this on the back burner, walking away from this right now. This is not This is not a reciprocated relationship at this moment. Now, this Oracle card, Universe card, I want to talk about it. It says, when I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. What does that mean? That means we can say, and Kiana, I'm talking to you here too. We can say, you know what? I'm done. Finished with this nonsense. I'm walking away. I'm done. And then we start walking down our path, right? We're walking along. And then we go, oh, but wait, he's over there and he looks real cute today. And then we turn around and we start heading back that way, right? So when you think you've surrendered, when you think you've given up, when you think that you've said, okay, I'm done with this, I'm done, do it more, do it harder. Like, this is not the time. This is not the time for this. I'm not saying it'll never be the time, but right now, this would lead to conflict. This would lead to fighting. This would lead to isolation. This maybe already has. Like, that might be where you're at right now in this. And I think it's time to consider walking away. I'm sorry. I know that's not what you wanted out of this. I know that's not the answer you wanted, but I'm sorry. I read what I see, not what you want me to hear. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, NC. I hope that you're able to find peace and not feel isolated and not feel alone and not feel like you have to fight for someone to pay attention to you, because you don't. You are valuable just as you are. All right, Harmony. I think Harmony's up next, right? Yeah, Harmony. All right, marriage. Harmony, how old are you? If you don't mind me asking. Okay. We're doing it. We're doing this deck. All right. This is a deck that is very how do we describe this deck? Extra. We're gonna say extra. This is not a deck that I will be showing the camera on because there might be babies here, and but I like to use it when I'm doing love readings. It is a traditional deck in that it has the same suits. It's a Decameron deck, so it is a little spicy, a lot spicy. It's basically soft core porn. But I like to use it for love readings for obvious reasons. But I have to make sure that people are adult before I do, because like I said, she's spicy. I don't use it very much on this kind of thing anyway. Or really in general. I did recently get it. I've been sitting with it and learning it. It's not my go-to yet, but I do like it. I mean, by learning it, I mean learning. I don't know. How do I describe learning a deck? I don't mean like learning what the cards mean. I mean learning what the cards interact like. How do I... Kiana, can you articulate that better than me? Hello, Jadelyn. Welcome. Doing really well. How are you doing today? Okay. Yeah. Hello, Shantae. Are you guys buffering a lot? It is beautiful out today. I have the door open out here in the garage. It is lovely. Woo. Woo. Okay, she's spicy. She's spicy. Okay, all right, good. All right, Harmony. Good, awesome. Shantae, I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to welcome you here. All right, Harmony, what we have here is 9 of Wands, the Hierophant, and the World. Again, not showing these ones. But for your interpretation, first of all, I'm just going to jump ahead. I'm going to skip a card here and talk about, can't show you, but talk about the Hierophant. The Hierophant talks about social constructs, talks about things like marriage, and it also talks about things like countries, schools, that kind of thing. But in a love reading, we're definitely talking about marriage here, which is, of course, your question. Now, 9 of Wands talks about waiting a long time for something, like something that you've been fighting for and working towards for a long time. It's finally, like, the end is within sight, you know, but you're still kind of doing it, right? Like, you're still kind of on the, I don't want to say on the fence. That's not the right phrasing. You're still there on the defense, kind of waiting, not necessarily being the most trusting, not necessarily believing that this is going to happen, but you are hoping and waiting and doing the thing. Finally, we have the World. The World talks about an ending at the same time as we have a beginning. In other words, things like graduating high school and going to college, graduating college and getting a real job. These parts of our lives that are like done here, and now a new thing starts immediately, you know, moving across the country and starting a new job, whatever it is. Or in a love reading, we definitely are talking about something along the lines of being married, starting a new life, right? A new life together. So looking at everything all together here, I think that we're definitely talking about the potential for marriage. The one thing that I do want to caution you with, I want to caution you with the idea here that 9 of Wands, this waiting that you've been doing, this waiting that you've been just sitting with, is not without conflict. It is not without frustration. It is not without annoyances. Like, this isn't necessarily like tomorrow you're walking down the street and you're like, yeah, we're married. This is, you have a battle. You have some work to do to get there. You can get there, but it does, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Sorry. I had a bad joke in my head that I decided not to say. Hello, Sanal. Harmony, I hope that's helpful. All right, sweet Kiana, who is up next? I don't know why. I don't normally keep drinks on this side, but when I see this out of the corner of my eye, I keep wanting to like grab it and drink it when I'm thirsty. So then I have to be like, no, it's your drink's over here, dummy. All right. Okay, well, you know what? we'll ask the same question. Maria, is Peter a love interest, and are you over 18? Awesome, Sanal, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. All right, is Peter a love interest or just a new friend? All right, we'll use the spicy deck to look at this. Yay, that's exciting. Ooh, that's exciting too. So y'all, I do post videos Mondays and Wednesdays. I do lives Tuesdays and Thursdays. I hope that you enjoy this channel and stick around and come back again. Okay. I want to pull one more. Nose itches. Okay. All right. So what I have in front of me here, Maria, is Two of Swords, Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and Dog Spirit. So first of all, we have two sevens. Sevens are all about overcoming obstacles, reaching a goal through hard work, through a lot of effort. Hello, Bows and Bubbles. Welcome. Oh, excuse me, guys. My nose won't stop itching. I'm so sorry. Okay, so starting with our Two of Swords here. Two of Swords is a card of choice. It's a card of being aware of what we have coming up, what we have going on in our life, knowing the choice that we need to make and being reluctant to do it. I'll come back to that. Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is, again, we're talking about conflict. We're talking about something that's a little scary, we're fighting for something. We're standing up for what we believe in. We are we have the upper hand of it, that we are doing well. But it's a struggle, right? Like we're having to consistently stand up for ourselves, consistently kind of articulate how we're feeling, what we're wanting. Seven of Pentacles. This is a card of evaluation, assessment. I always like to call the Seven of Pentacles, well, I like to refer to the Seven of Pentacles like if you built a garden, right? And you went outside like midway through the season and you said, you know, the cucumbers are doing great here, but I think I need to move these tomatoes next year. It's a matter of assessing where we're at. And the Dog Spirit, I can show you that one. The Dog Spirit tells us to be loyal to what we love. So what does that mean all together? Give me a second. Sorry, let me scroll. Peter, I wanted to make sure I got his name right. Peter is in a place in his life where he is assessing, where he's looking at what is best for him, what type of person is best for him, who supports him and stands up for him and believes the same things he does. And he's really trying to make this choice, right? In between, my guess is he has a few people kind of on his radar right now. He has a few people he's looking at as potential people, right? Like potential people in his life, because what he wants is someone that's going to fight with him, not against him. He wants someone that's going to be on his side. He wants somebody that's going to share his passions. And it's really important to him right now to find somebody who's more than just casual, you know, somebody who has the potential to be a long-term partner, right? And he wants to be loyal. He wants to do that. So I think overall how he feels about you, he doesn't know. I hate to say that. I hate to give you a vague, an answer like that. I don't think he knows right now. I think that he is looking at you alongside other people. And really, just the way we all do, right? Like assessing who we want in our lives and who we don't. The encouragement that I have for you, I want you to listen to Dog Spirit here. Dog Spirit tells us to be loyal to what you love. Don't try to change yourself to get this dude. This dude, first of all, doesn't want that. No, can't show you that card. Doesn't want that. He wants whoever he's with to be who they are, and he wants that to meld in with them. So I don't want you to try to change who you are to match him. If you are supposed to be with him, if your souls are compatible, if they work together, that's going to happen. That's what he's looking for. I don't know if that's what he's consciously looking for, but subconsciously he wants someone with whom his soul clicks. So be loyal to what you know is true, what you love in life, and if he's the right one, he will follow you, he will be there for you. And if he's not, hopefully he finds that in someone else, and I know you will find it in someone else. I hope that's helpful. Hello, Dooney. You're welcome, Maria. Hello, Luna. Welcome. Look at all these new friends. Perfect. Yes, we can absolutely get you on the list. Who is up next, Miss Kiana? Guys, if you would like to skip the line, if you don't want to wait, I totally get it. You're welcome to donate, and we can move you to the top of the line. If not, hang out. We have some fun here. What else was I going to say? Oh, right. These are pretty quick readings. I'm trying to get through lots of people. I don't want anybody to have to be waiting a really long time. So if you have something big going on that you really want a lot more clarity on, book a private reading with me. We can get into all of that in a lot more detail and answer all of your questions there. All right. Jadelyn. Perfect. Okay. All right. I'm going to use this deck. Thank you. Hello. Welcome. All right, Jadelyn, let me look at that. Dooney, yes, you can absolutely be on the list. The list is a few people long right now. Sanal, I think I saw your question come up for later. I don't know if you're still in here. I'm not comfortable answering that question for you. I don't feel like that's something that I'm equipped to answer. I feel like you need, a doctor for that. So I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I won't be able to answer that for you, but that is not within my realm of comfortability to answer. I am doing well. How are you doing, Goddess? Absolutely. Okay. Okay. All right, so what I've got in front of me here, Jadelyn, is 3 of Cups, Nine of Cups, and Page of Swords. Okay, so let's start here with the 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is celebration, it's joy, it's being together with friends, with family, with people we love. 9 of Cups is all about self-satisfaction and abundance in what we have around us. Now, Page of Swords is a little different. This is somebody who is a lot more logically minded, somebody who has a lot of things to say to people, a lot of ideas, a lot of just, they think with their brain, not with their heart, right? So I'm guessing that part of the conflict here between you and Ronnie is that one of you is an incredibly emotionally in tune person and the other one is a very logically minded person. And so it's hard sometimes to kind of see eye to eye and really know where we stand in all of it, right? Know where we stand with the other person. Now, Page of Swords is somebody who's eager, right? He's somebody who is excited about things being new, like somebody who really likes experiencing new things and being with other people who also like experiencing new things. So anyway, looking at all of this together, will you guys get back together? I see a world in which there's a lot of celebration for you. I see that you are, looking ahead toward being together. I know that this is something that you feel like you're being impatient about. I can see that. And I need you to think about being a little bit happier with what we have in front of us. So like the 9 of Cups, I always like to describe as being a card of like you've just cleaned your room and you're so excited that you have all of your stuff around you and you're able to see everything all together, and it's that like sigh of relief, right, that you get to just sit with all of your stuff and be surrounded, and it's that feeling of abundancy, the feeling of, and I know that you are you are excited for this, right? Like this is something that you're like, let's go, let's do it together. We want to be together. I'm pumped. This Page of Swords is somebody who's like ready, like capital R, ready to go. But we can't just jump into everything, right? We can't just dive headfirst into all things, especially when we're talking about things of the heart. Like it has to be something that moves together. All right. So what does that mean? Are you guys going to get back together? I think that before we can talk about that, you have to talk about figuring out what's going on with you, figuring out what's going on in your heart, and you need to be happy with where you're at. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying, Jadelyn. I'm saying that there is a future here but it needs to start with you. It needs to start with you being right in yourself, being happy with what you have and who you are and what you bring to the table, and not just like falling over yourself to try to please him and be all up in his business. I hope that's helpful for you. All right. Shantae, you are up next. Guys, I completely understand that it is a pain to wait. If you want to skip a line, you can. If you need to go, just let me know your question. I will get to you, and it'll be in the comments. The timestamp will be in the comments after this is done. Good. I'm so glad, Jadelyn. I hope to see you back again. Of course, you're welcome to stay and hang out now as well. All right, Shantae. Shantae, are you an adult person? Or are you a baby? Oh, Luna. Thank you. That's sweet. Okay. All right. I always have to ask before I do this deck. I absolutely do not want to use this deck on a baby. Of course, Goddess, leave your question and I will get to you. So I think, Miss Kiana, what I would like to do when we know someone is leaving is let's just kind of add them to the end of the list. We'll do those readings before we close out, and that way they'll still be on the playback, but it doesn't hold up anybody who's here. Hello, Tamara. Yes, you can absolutely have a reading. We can get you on the list. I am doing Shantae's reading right now. Whoa. Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. So, Shantae. First of all, we have three major cards here. We have three cards that are dealing with big things in your life, which is exciting when we're talking about a relationship, because it means that this is going to be an important relationship for us, for our soul, for everything that we are as a person. So what I have here, and again, I'm not showing these guys because they are my spicy ones. I don't know, can you guys see them? I have no idea if you can. Anyway, what we have here is the Fool, the Hermit, and the Moon. So starting with the Fool. The Fool is all about brand new opportunities. It is all about being able to look at a new situation. Hello, husband. I am streaming. Okay. Hi.
Hello.
Did you get new headphones? What's it? Oh, that's nice of him.
Yeah.
He's such a delight.
I love you. That's all.
I love you. Bye. Sorry, guys. All right. The Fool. All about brand new, exciting opportunities. Really seizing opportunities, seizing things that are in front of us, grasping, and just like running with it, just like, yeah, and pushing ahead. Now the Hermit is a very different card, right? The Hermit is all about finding happiness and wisdom within ourselves, learning that we don't need other people to be happy, we don't need other people's opinions in order to fulfill us. And then we have the Moon, which is a card of uncertainty. It's a card of not knowing where things are going to be, where things are moving, going ahead, just really feeling confused or unguided. So what does that mean altogether? First of all, I know you're super pumped about this. You like this dude a lot, and I really want to show it's okay. You like him, right? You want to move ahead. You are like gung-ho. And you're so gung-ho that you're probably coming out of your shell a little bit. I'm guessing that you're somebody who is a little bit more reserved on the regular. Like, you're not necessarily somebody who is going to jump into a relationship or jump into something like this with as much fervor as you have. Like, you are in it. And that's not like you. That's kind of a little different than normal. And because it's a little different, it feels a little unusual, uncertain. You are kind of, yeah, that makes sense. You're you're kind of pumping your brakes a little bit, right? Like, you're like, I'm in this. I'm super excited. I think this dude is awesome. I want to jump in, but that goes against kind of who I am. I want to like just be here, right? So this relationship altogether. First of all, I think this is going to be a major relationship in your life. I think that this is going to be a relationship that teaches you very important lessons about yourself, that teaches you how to love yourself and be alone with yourself, and be happy doing that. Now, the outcome of the relationship, I don't see like a set outcome, because all of these cards really have to do with kind of the sky's the limit mentality, right? Of like, anything could happen. Anything can happen with these cards, right? I think that it's going to be a very important relationship, and I think that you need to go along for whatever journeys this relationship is taking you on. I think that this is going to be somebody very important to you, but I don't know if this is long-term. I don't know if this is, this is going to last forever. I can't see that with these cards. I can tell you he's going to be important. I hope that's helpful. I don't know that 100% answered your question, but that's what we're going with today. All right, career. Let's look at her career reading for Sonal. You're welcome, Shante. Wow. Okay, so wow. All right, so we've seen all of these cards today, like a couple times, but not out of this deck, which is very interesting to me. It's super, there are just some messages that need to be said today. All right, okay, let's do it. 8 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. Let's start here with our 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is fast movement. It's things changing very quickly. 7 of Pentacles is all about assessing where we're at and where we want to be. And 9 of Cups is all about being happy in who we are and what we have going on around us. So, looking at that all together for Sonal here, when will you get the job? First of all, it's coming soon. It's like coming like a freight train. It's coming real soon. But I need you to know, for you, what is really a good move. And what I mean by that is, I think that this career, this job thing that's coming at you is going to be something that's going to change the way that you do things in life, change some things about your life. And I need you to know if the things that are currently going on in your life are going to fit into that, or if there are some things that you need to release in order to be successful in this job. If you are somebody who stays up all night, every night playing video games, and you want to get a 9-to-5 job, that's probably not going to work. You're going to have to readjust, right? So I need you to take an assessment of what you have going on and what you need to let go of in order to be successful in this job moving forward. 9 of Cups, again, talks about being happy with what we have. So I don't want you to settle in any job, but I do want you to be aware that you can have abundancy anywhere. Like, you can feel abundant, you can feel grateful for what you have anywhere that you are. You don't have to have a multi-million-dollar job, whatever it is, to feel abundantly happy. And I encourage you to find that joy, find that happiness, find that abundancy in what you have around you, or you're never going to be truly happy. I hope that's helpful. It's a super quick reading. Hello, Brianna. Hope you're doing well today. You meet someone new, Bows and Bubbles. Let's see. Give me 1 second. You're welcome, Sanal. Who do I want to use? Let's use you. Luna, you are precious. Yes, Brianna, new subscribers get a free reading. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay. You're welcome to just go down. Anyone, if you would like another reading, I will happily do that. Again, just go donate. Donating means that A, you appreciate what I've got going on here, which is nice. B, it means that you're helping to support sweet Kiana here, who's doing amazing work, keeping everything in track for me so that I can do this quickly and efficiently. Yeah. Anyways, no pressure to do that, but if you want to, the links are there. Okay. Bows and Bubbles. So what we have here is the moon, the 6 of Swords, Temperance, and 7 of Swords. Wow. Okay. Wow. All right. So, Bows, you got a lot going on, huh? Like, I'm sorry. This is a heavy spread, friend. I'm guessing there's been some big things happening for you recently, like some big, heavy. Big, heavy things. All right. So, the moon. The moon talks about uncertainty. The moon talks about not knowing what's coming next. Okay, I see that. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is all about needing to heal ourselves, needing to heal our minds from kind of what's going on with us. Temperance is all about the perfect blend, moving everything in our lives into one cohesive area, and really mixing a little bit of the best of all the parts of us. And then Seven of Swords is about either selfishness or deception, people not being truthful to you, people not having your back, people being a little bit sneaky. All right, so what does this mean altogether? Are you going to find somebody new? I think right now, life's been up in the air for you. Life's been unpredictable. You've had some issues with maybe some mental health, some overwhelm, not feeling like you know what's going on, not feeling like you have a clear path forward, a clear way forward. And I think that you're really struggling right now. It looks like you're really struggling to blend all the different parts of your life together, right? To take a little bit of, all the best parts of you and make a cohesive bubble, right? Make somebody who is balancing all the parts of life really well. And there's somebody in your life who is either being incredibly selfish or being deceptive, who's not doing right by you in some way. Now, in terms of your question, is there someone that is somebody new going to come into your life soon? I don't see so. I see that right now you have your hands full dealing with everything going on and dealing with this person. You might know who this is already. You might know who this deceptive person is, but you might not. This might be revealed to you soon. I'm not sure, but this person, you have your hands full dealing with this Seven of Swords here. And if you already know who this is, now is your chance. Now is your time. Like, this is your sign. This is me telling you right now, let them go. This is not somebody you need. If you don't know who it is, still take it as your sign. When you figure out who's been selfish, who's been lying, who's been deceitful, who's been going behind your back, you got to cut that out, because you're not going to have newness and new love and new people into your life until you can cut out this whole situation here. But I see you being able to heal from this. I see you being able to move forward and have really amazing connections with people, really being able to move with people and through people. But we got to get rid of the Seven of Swords in your life first, sweetie. That's going to be a tumor on your life until you get rid of it. Oh, that was a heavy one. Ooh, bows and bubbles. All right, I'm going to scroll up. Brianna, thank you so much for donating. I so appreciate it. Okay. Boo. Sorry, notifications on my phone. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna take a drink. I'm just gonna wait a second. That was a lot. That one was a lot of, whew. Welcome, Shirley. Welcome. All right, Dooney, what is on your mind? What is your question? My phone is blowing up. We can absolutely get you on the list, Shirley. If you would like to skip the list, you can absolutely donate, but that's up to you. Okay, when will you meet the right man? Let's take a look at that for you. I hope everybody's doing great today. I'm doing pretty well today. Oh, I'm sorry, Tamara. I know, anxiety is difficult. Thank you for that list, Kiana. I so appreciate it. Hello, Tessa. Okay. All right, so what we have here, Tessa, is Page of Cups, Four of Swords. Hello, Janice, welcome, and Eight of Cups. All right, so starting with our Page of Cups. Page of Cups talks about someone who's incredibly intuitive, somebody who loves deeply and without reason, somebody who is there for you the second you need them, no questions asked. Four of Swords talks about a period of rest, a period of meditation, a period of taking time to reflect on what has happened in our lives and what we want to happen going forward, and really preparing for kind of the battles up ahead. Up next, Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is all about walking away from things in our life that are not serving us, that are not filling us, that don't have a purpose for us anymore. So, looking at everything together, first of all, Tessa, I think that the right man for you is coming, but it's not for a while, okay? We have a long way to get. Like, he's over here and we're here, right? Like, you got a lot more story to get to before we get there. Because right now I'm seeing that you are a person who loves deeply and passionately. And again, without reason, you are a delight. You are someone who is a great friend and wonderful to be around. But you need to rest. You need to rest your heart and your mind, because you've been through it. I can see there's stuff over here, right, that I don't have in front of me. There's stuff over here that's been heavy and hard and difficult, and I need you to take this time to rest and reflect and relax and really look ahead at what's coming down the line, what's over here, right? So like these three cards that I have in front of me, that's just like now. That's just the present, yeah? We have the past and the future. This past was heavy, it was dark, you had a lot going on. This future over here, I don't know, am I pointing to the right sides? I don't know, is this... Doesn't matter. This future over here that we have with the man, it's a while away, because right now you need to be focusing on you. You need to be focusing on resting and reflecting, and you need to be focusing on walking away from whatever the hell is weighing you down so much, because you can't be happy. You can't be happy until you let it go. I hope that's helpful. I know that maybe didn't quite answer your question, but you got to focus on you before we can focus on any man. Luna is up next. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Luna. To you as well. That's good, Luna. Absolutely. All right. What deck do we use? That's the question. We're going to go with this one. Actually, hang on. I'm going to take a drink of water and just rest for 2 seconds here. I'm going to take this time to remind you that these are super quick readings. They are meant to be a snapshot of what we're looking at now. If you have something going on that you want more guidance on, more clarity on, book a private reading. The link's in the description, and we can definitely get into all of that. I do post new videos Mondays and Wednesdays. I do lives Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I hope that you come back. I definitely love sitting with you all. Sitting with you all and really getting to focus a little bit of my energy on everybody. So I hope that you come back. All right, Luna, I'm shuffling for you here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, all right, all right, all right. Okay. We need a little bit of clarity. I'm going to do an oracle. Okay. Yeah, it's good. All right. What we have here is King of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and Moth Spirit. Okay. Start with our King of Cups here. King of Cups is someone who is very good at managing the feelings of other people. Not so good at managing their own feelings. There's somebody who pushes it all down. When I say manage, I mean like express. I should say express. They're very good at managing their own feelings. There's somebody who you would never know is having a hard day because they're not going to tell you. They're just going to push that in. They're not going to release it. But there's somebody that everybody else flocks to for emotional support because they make a great counselor. There's somebody who is like always there when you need them. But not someone, again, let me say that again so that you really hear me. This is not somebody who talks about their own feelings, and they definitely need to. All right, up next we have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is all about balance. It is all about keeping all the balls in the air, keeping things going. It's about moderation, about all the things, really. It's about multitasking. Nine of Pentacles is all about a little bit of luxury, a little bit of having a little extra to spend, having a little bit extra to luxury. This is a self-love card. This is a card of spending a little bit of time or money on ourselves. The Oracle card, Moth Spirit, tells us to surrender now. So, looking at everything together, how is he feeling toward you? Well, I think that he is pushing down anything he's got. Like, honestly, I think that he's struggling with feelings that he has. He's struggling with feeling all the things that he's feeling. And so he's not going to feel them right now. He's going to pretend that they don't exist. He's going to keep juggling the rest of his life and pretend like it's not an issue for him. He's in a place where he has a little bit of extra time, a little bit of extra money, a little bit of extra something going on that he's able to spend on himself. And he is doing so. He is reveling in that luxury for himself. Moth Spirit tells us to surrender now. What does that mean? Well, that means I need you to be aware that this situation here might not be definitely is not something that you get to control. Unfortunately, King of Cups, because he's so good at managing all of his own emotions, he's also very good at keeping other people at arm's length. So I need you to give up the idea that you're going to get to be the one to control this, that you're going to get to be the one to change this. If change is going to happen, if something is going to come moving forward, it has to come from him. He's got to come to you on this. And unfortunately, all you can do is give up control, give up the desire to control, and see what happens. I hope that that is helpful. Goddess, I'm so glad you're still here. All right. All right. Kiana, how are you feeling? Do you want to close the list here? I don't want to take up forever of your day here. Oh, Luna, I'm so glad that's helpful. Tamara, we'll do your reading in just 1 second. Yeah, that sounds good to me, Kiana. We can go ahead and close the list. Whoever's in here, I'm fine with adding, but let's go ahead and close it. We've been streaming for a couple hours, so I think that's probably good for a day. So we'll close the list. We will move through who we have here. All right. Tamara. How do I pronounce your name? Can you tell me that? Okay. Okay. Girl. All right. All right, so what we have here is 6 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. 6 is victory, stability, okay. 6 of Swords, this is all about healing your heart, healing your mind, healing all the past traumas, going on a journey of healing with another person usually, but bringing somebody along for a journey of healing. 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles is about balance. It's about keeping all the balls in the air. It's about doing things well, even when you have a lot of things going on. And finally, we have 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is all about victory. It's all about being recognized for something that you've been working on, being recognized for something you've been doing, or getting a result that you've been working towards. So right now, I know you told me he's healing, and definitely that's literally, this is the therapy card. He is healing, right? He is moving toward wholeness and being a full person. Two of Pentacles. He also has a lot going on in his life that he's trying to balance. He's trying to keep all the balls in the air all at once. But does this end in a relationship? I think it does. This ends in victory. Now, I think this is victory for him. This is whatever victory looks like to him. My guess is victory to him looks like being in a relationship. But whatever the result of his healing is, whatever place that leads him to feel called to be, that is where the victory will occur. I'm going to pull one more. I'm just going to pull one. Pull one more for you. Oh, Luna, you're precious. Okay. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth, is what this says. Just be patient with him. Just keep moving toward this outcome. Let him heal. Be there. Help him balance what he's got going on. Be there for him on this journey. It's going to end in a relationship. It's going to end in an authentic relationship, in a relationship that is surrounded by love and light and honesty. I hope that's helpful. Okay, spiritual goddess up next. I'm going to best flow through these changes, really trying to walk away from someone, trying to be patient with myself because I'm afraid of the grieving process. Advice from spirit. Okay. All right. That is a great question. Let's use this deck. You're welcome. I hope that was helpful. I'm glad it was helpful. One moment. Ooh. Okay. I understand. Okay. All right. There we go. That was the right order. Wow. Okay. Okay. So what we have here, goddess, is Ace of Cups. Justice. Five of Wands. And the Hanged Man. All right. So Ace of Cups, right? This is connections. This is new connections. This is opening up your heart in ways that it hadn't been opened before. Justice. You got to find your truth. You have to find what's right for you, what's true for you, what sparks joy in your heart, what makes sense, the middle path, you know. Absolutely, Shirley. Go ahead and leave your question. We will put the timestamp in the comments once this goes live, once the replay goes live, I guess. Okay. 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands is all about conflict. It's about fighting. It's about rivalries and moving kind of back and forth, being really aggressive with each other. Usually talks about rivalry between people who care about each other. So siblings, friends, coworkers. And finally, the Hanged Man, looking at something from a new perspective, looking at something in a different way, from a way that makes, looking at it in a new way, looking at it from the big picture. It also talks about sacrifice. And by sacrifice, I mean martyrdom. Let me specify. Okay. All right, I'm going to pull one more. Bye, Luna. I hope to see you back again soon. Okay. Grasshopper spirit. Take a leap of faith. This is moving upwards, moving onward, moving forward, keeping going. This is like if 8 of Cups were an animal. You know, this is like, trust yourself. Trust that you know what's right for you. I mean, it's like if 8 of Cups and High Priestess had a baby. Is what this card is. Like, trust that you know what's right for you and do it. Right? All right, so let's pull this all together. Let's look at the story all together. You want connection. You know, you want to feel with someone, connected to someone. You want that level of communication. But this isn't a great person for you. You know, this is a lot of conflict. This is a lot of you feeling uneasy in your heart and your soul about this. And you're sacrificing yourself right now. You are being a martyr about this. You are letting go of your principles. You're letting go of the things you believe in order to please them, in order to make this work. And you know it's time to walk away. You need to find your truth. You need to find what is right for you. And what's right for you is taking a leap of faith, taking a step back. You got to let it go. And I know, listen, this is something that is on your heart, right? This is an emotional connection for you that means a lot. And it sucks. And you're right. There is going to be a grieving process. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that you're going to be totally fine. It's going to hurt. This is going to hurt. But we can't be martyrs. We cannot sacrifice ourselves for what other people want. We have to trust. We have to trust it. This person's going to be better off because they're going to learn something from this. We hope. Lord, we hope. And maybe not. Maybe they won't. But you for sure have learned something from this, and you will be better moving forward. I hope that's helpful. I know it's so scary. It's so scary. I did, Brianna. Thank you. Thank you so much for that donation. It does mean the world. Helps me know that people like what I'm doing. It also helps me pay Miss Kiana for doing her hard work here. I appreciate it. Self-doubt. Yeah. Yes. Goddess, you gotta trust your gut on this. Like, you know what's right. I hope that helps. Okay. All right. Brianna. Those are possibly my favorite questions. Especially for new people. And the reason why is because if I do a general reading or like a what does Spirit want me to know, it lets me know so much about you. Like it helps me learn about you as a person, and I love that. It's so, I don't know, it just makes me happy. Okay, all the cards. Oh, my goodness. Okay, we'll do 4. Oh my goodness, Brianna. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. Strength. The Lovers. Queen of Cups. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. This is a card of... 10 of Pentacles is a card of wealth, but not like long-term wealth. Like moving toward abundancy, moving toward having enough to pass on to others. This tells me that you are a person who is completely capable of building a strong and vital and vibrant future for yourself, for those around you. Strength. You are so strong and so courageous, and you have so much power inside of you, again, to do these things. Now, this is not, I'm going to pause 1 second. This is a Harry Potter deck. I love it. I love it so much. This 10 of Pentacles here is represented by Hagrid's hut with the pumpkin patch during the time that Buckbeak was chained up. And I just want to point out that the next card that we have here, Strength, is represented by Hermione and Buckbeak chained up. Like this is a linear progression for you. You're going to use your strength to grow your wealth. You're going to use your inner courage, use all the guidance that you have in your heart to make this come true, to make this happen for yourself. Up next, we have the Lovers. Of course, we know the Lovers talks about love, but it also talks about big changes, big life changes, things in our life being powerfully different than they are today. Like you being able to use this strength and harness it to really make a beautiful, beautiful future that is filled with positive growth. Finally, Queen of Cups. Oh my goodness, Queen of Cups here. You are somebody who is so intuitive, so emotionally connected. You love others deeply. You reach out to others. You always know when to give love, when to call someone, when to reach out when people need you. And that is such an important thing. I think that when we see the Queen of Cups and Strength together, it speaks of someone who feels very passionately about the things that they do and who is able to not only be strong and courageous, but because they're able to connect with people on the level that they can, they're able to really change the world. Like they're able to connect with people and be courageous at the same time, which leads to, change. Like literally world change, world peace comes from someone like the Queen of Cups. This is an amazing spread. This is so good. What does Spirit want you to know? Spirit wants you to know that you are courageous and you are strong and you can do it. You can do it. You just need to do it. Just don't be afraid of the change. It might be a big change. There might be a big life change coming to you, but you can do it. You have all the tools. Oh. I hope that is an uplifting reading for you. It should be. It was a very uplifting reading for me. It wasn't even for me. Good. I'm so glad. Thank you again for the donation. It really does mean a lot. Okay. Shirley. Oh, welcome back. That's convenient. It's your turn. When will Nate reach out to you is your question. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle for you here. So guys, as I shuffle here for Shirley, I do want to remind you, I post new videos. Oh, goodness. I post new videos on Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm live Tuesdays on Thursdays. You are never required, don't feel pressured to donate, but if you want to donate, it helps me know that you love what I'm doing. It also helps me pay Sweet Kiana for her time to be here and keep everything going, which is very important, because it would be a lot slower of a process without her. Let's see. What else? What are my other announcements? Oh, these are just a quick snapshot of what is going on right now. If you have something that you would like more detailed reading on, please go ahead, book a private session with me. We can sit down. We can do it over video. We can do it over phone, whatever you want. If you need more guidance on something, I'm happy to give that to you. I just can't really do it here. Just don't quite have time. Okay. When? All right. So we have Ace of Cups, King of Wands, and 10 of Wands. All right. Welcome, blue skies. All right. So Ace of Cups. This is a card of new communication, new opening up your heart, being able to communicate with people and reach out to people in a way that you have not been able to before. King of Wands is someone who's very motivational. He's a great leader. Excuse me. And the reason that he is so motivational and such a great leader is because he has been through the ringer. He's been through some shit. Because he's been through it, he can empathize with people really well. He can really get along and know what's coming. And what people need. Finally, the 10 of Wands. I'm gonna shuffle these while I. Oh, blue skies! Yes, come back later. I'm live Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm gonna shuffle these to get a little bit more clarity. But while I'm doing that, talk about. Talk about here the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is about carrying a burden, something being heavy, something weighing you down, feeling like you have something just following you, just like you're carrying so much. You have so much on your shoulders and so much that you're moving around with you that it's almost hard. You wish somebody would take some of the weight off of you, but anyway. All right. And finally, Wombat Spirit, who invites us to be at home. So looking at all of this together, when is Nate going to reach out to you? Well, first of all, I don't know that Nate reaching out to you. Let me rephrase. I see that you and Nate have a lot of really great connections, right? Like you have a lot of emotional connections together. You have a lot of history. You have a lot of things, maybe not history, maybe, just a lot of a spark. Like there's a big spark there. I see that he is somebody that you resonate with, that you connect to, because he's pretty good at connecting with people. He's pretty sociable. He enjoys talking to people and he can really communicate well with people. But I also see that right now you have a lot going on. You are carrying a lot on your shoulders. This could be him, one of you. One of you is carrying a lot of weight. You're carrying a lot of responsibilities that you're kind of burdened with. You're doing too much and it's overwhelming. I want to encourage you as Wombat Spirit encourages us here to really be at home. And that doesn't mean literally be at home. That means be at home in your soul, in your mind. Be comfortable with where you are and know that whether he reaches out today, whether he reaches out in a year, whether he reaches out never, you are comfortable with that reality. If this is you carrying this burden, let it go. You got to get somebody else to take some of this burden off you because it's overwhelming you. If this is him carrying this burden, he doesn't have time to reach out to you. Like, he just doesn't. You got to be comfortable with the fact that it may not happen. It might. I don't know. It might not. Now, the when, we're not talking about anytime soon. We're talking about sometime. Give him a couple months at least to figure out what he's got going on. If you want to help speed this process along, you can. Take something off of him. Take some burdens away. And if that's not an option for you, then I really do need you to just think about how you can be happy in your own little brain space, with the idea that he might not. And if he doesn't, he doesn't. You don't get to say that he reaches out or not, right? You can reach out to him, but you don't get to say if he reaches out to you. I hope that's helpful. Hope that was a helpful reading for you. Did I miss something? What did I miss? Okay. All right, Janice, what is on your mind tonight? Today. I guess it's still today. All right. All right, we have cards flying out here. Okay. All right, so what we have here is 7 of Wands, Queen of Wands, and 5 of Swords. So, starting with the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is all about standing up for yourself, being on the defensive, really fighting to have your voice be heard and to be respected and acknowledged and all of those things. Queen of Wands is someone who we like to call a hashtag boss babe. She is somebody who is able to balance all the many intricacies of life really seamlessly. She's a great friend. She's great at talking to other people. She's great at her job and great at raising the children, all of the things. She's good at everything. And we love her. We love having her around. She's also very nature focused. She likes being outside in nature. She likes working with animals, definitely animals. Hello. All right. And finally, the 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is all about the line between wins and losses. It is the line between us winning something and at the same time losing something else. You know, you win an argument with a friend, but because of that argument with a friend, now they don't want to hang out with you. So, looking this all together, is there something that you are trying to be told? Is there something that your dreams are trying to tell you? I think your dreams are trying to tell you here, you need to stand up for you. You are strong, you are capable, you are able to handle all of the things in your life really well, like better than most of us. You're able to do all of that, but in order to do that, you need to be strong and stand up for yourself and let yourself be heard. There's going to be conflict. There's always conflict. There's going to be people who don't agree with what you have to say, but your voice is powerful, it is valuable, and you need to be expressing it. I hope that that is helpful. Yes, absolutely. Come back and we will do a reading for you on Tuesday. You're welcome, Janice. I hope that that's helpful. All right. Gina, are you still here? Good, I'm so glad to hear that, Janice. I hope to see you back again. All right, BTS, are you here? And then, did we have someone to add to the end of the list, or was that Shirley? I can't remember. Like somebody that left. Okay, perfect. Awesome. BTS, are you here? BTS has jams. Is BTS our last one of the day, Kiana? I am going to butcher her name because I know I think it's Celtic, and it's one of those names that doesn't sound like it's spelled, and I don't remember how to pronounce it. Shanae? Maybe? Shanae? Is that it? Sinead? Are you still here, friend? If not, we'll get you Tuesday. There are people here that aren't us. Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody out there? Not if you can hear me. Is there anyone at home? There's still an extra person, I think. But, all right, last call. Last call. Who's here? State your name. Where do you see that? Where do you see that it says that? How do you know that? I'm very excited at how you might know that. I have not found any way to tell who's here. Top right 3 buttons. No, I don't. Oh. I don't see it. You're gonna have to teach me where to find that, because I don't see it at all. Participants on computer. Sinead, are you here? All right. Okay, I'm saying that Sinead is not here. Or I don't know. All right. All right. I'm calling it. Thank you as always, sweet friend. Okay. All right, BTS Jams is here. I see. Okay, you are our last one of the day. You're okay. What's your question, sweetie? Hey, Deja, welcome back. You absolutely can donate to ask another question, but we're done for today. After BTS, we are done for the day. All right, BTS. Okay. BTS. Wow. Okay. So first of all, what we have here is 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, King of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Devil. All right, so Ross is like a lot. What, Kiana? Yeah, Ross is... He's a lot. Okay, so I see a lot of conflict. I see a lot of you feeling down about yourself, you feeling really isolated, you feeling really alone, trying to empathize, trying to be there, but really being you know, you're excited, right? Like you are full of excitement and passion and enthusiasm. Like you want to. Oh, gotcha. I did not know what it stood for, but I do like BTS. Anyway, bang bang bang. Actually, that's not BTS. That's bang bang. Big bang. Sorry. Beside the point. We're back. We're back. I haven't listened to K-pop in a long time. You know, you're very excited, right? Like you are all about this. You like him, you want to be around him, you are trying to reach out to him, you're trying to empathize with him, but here's the deal. He's kind of manipulative. He's a lot. He's just a lot going on in a big old package. I think that if he reaches out to you, he's going to be trying to convince you that you should trust him, that you should be on his side, that, you know, whatever happened before, what didn't happen the way that you thought it did. There's going to be a lot of him trying to worm his way back in, and you're going to want to let him. Like, you are. That's your nature. You're like, yeah, I can see how you would think that way. Oh, yeah, I can empathize with you. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I'm excited that you want to be in my life, but if I were you, would reconsider and make sure that he's not manipulating the situation, that he's not worming his way in to a situation that he doesn't deserve to be in. I hope that is helpful for you. Sorry guys. I hope that is helpful for you. I hope that helps you to put things into perspective a little bit. I think that you have more to offer than, what would my advice be? Your advice is that you have more to offer than what he is willing to give you credit for, what he is willing to see you for, and what he is willing to appreciate you for. And I want you to make sure that he understands that you know your own worth. And I want you to know your own worth. Because if you know your own worth, he won't be able to manipulate you. Yes, Gianna, you absolutely can. You are the last one of the day, for sure. Ooh, loud. Sorry, y'all. That's loud. You're welcome. All right, Gianna. Yes. Love reading. Let's do it. Okay. All right. Okay. Cards, man. Cards have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. Okay. All right. Ace of Wands, Strength, Eight of Pentacles, the Hermit. All right, so Ace of Wands. This is a relationship that has a lot to do with passion. This has a lot to do with desire. It has a lot to do with you both being physically attracted to one another. You are stronger than you know you are. And I know that long distance relationships suck. That they do. I mean, let's be honest. There's not a long distance relationship that doesn't suck. You have the strength, you have the ability to make it through this relationship if it's what you want to do. But here's the deal. Eight of Pentacles is all about hard work. It is all about putting in the work day after day, even when it feels like there's not an end in sight, even when it feels like this will never be a not long distance relationship. It is continuing to put in the work and do the thing. But the advice here, the advice card is the Hermit. The Hermit tells us that you need to be happy with yourself, with your personal strength, your personal mind. Like, you need to be able to be happy on your own without him or them. I don't know their gender. But love reading. There is desire. There is passion. There is a drive to move forward. There is the hard work it takes to move forward. There is the courage that it takes to trust. But you are currently lacking the ability to know when something is good for you based on your own self, on your own wisdom. So I want you to think, really sit down. You can make this work. These cards, these three cards here, they tell me you can make this relationship work if you want to and if they want to. This relationship will work. The advice here, though, is to make sure that you're not making it work just because you are afraid to not be in this relationship. Make sure that this is something that you want for you, in addition to something you want because you want this person, if that makes sense. I hope that that is helpful for you. You're welcome. Games along with you. I'm actually just about to be done for the day. I do lives on Tuesdays and Thursdays, though, so I hope you come back. All right. I will see you guys later.